What is up, my good old friends of YouTube? It's Stas here. You guys saw the title. We got to break down 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at now in the markets. And of course, we got to break down what the markets are doing as of now at about 1 p.m. on the East Coast. But before we do that, get your free money from Moomoo. You get up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500. All you guys got to do is use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and just like that, you get your money. And you also have a chance at 1 free share of Twitter. Again, use that link down below. And now, cheers, let's get right into the video. So check it out, guys. Again, it's about 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and all the indexes are still down a good chunk. But the funny thing is, or rather, I guess the crazy thing is, they've recovered a lot intraday, which we'll talk about here in a second. So the Russell's currently down 0.85%. We have the NASDAQ down only 0.2%. The S&P is pretty much down 0.2% as well, as the Dow is down 0.3%. And now the VIX is up only 1%, not even, when earlier today in my previous video, the VIX was up about 10%. So the VIX has come down in a major way. We also have gold still up. Gold's up 0.7%. Silver's up barely. It's pretty much at break even. So the indexes went from being heavy in the red to now still being in the red, but not as bad, and they're actually trending to the upside. So let's break down what I'm seeing here. SPY is currently at 412, almost 413, and earlier it was at 405. So that means it is up about almost 2%, 1.75 to be exact, from that low point to where it is right now. And if we start getting a push past, let's say, 415, which was the high point from today, you guys can see a distinct double top at about 415. One top in the pre-market, the second literally just about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So that is a big resistance point in the very short term. So for SPY, it's got to get, or at least if you're a bull on SPY, it's got to get above 415, right? And at that point, we may start making a push towards 420 again. We got to wait and see. At this point, guys, it really is a waiting game, and it being Friday, anything is possible. You know, we've seen crazy things happen on Fridays. We've seen massive swings to the upside into the close. We've seen crazy drawdowns into the close. So we got to be careful. You know, we got to be a little cautious because we don't want to get caught in anything heading into the weekend. And now, look at this, guys. It's going up even more. Now it's ripping. SPY's only down 0.1%. It might go green by the time we're done this video. So SPY's down 0.1%, now 0.05. It might go green right here. Look, it's about to. Watch. Wait for it, guys. Wait for it. Is it going to go green? Not yet. Not yet. Maybe Triple Q is going to go green. Probably not. Oh, it's already green, guys. There you go. Triple Q's up 0.1% now, and it's up from 305 at the low of the day. Now it's at 314 roughly. It is up almost 2.75% from the low of the day to where it is now, which is pretty nuts. So let's see. I mean, if these markets go green heading into close, I guess that is a pretty good sign for the bulls in the very short term. But then again, we're still heavily, in a downtrend. We're not breaking out anytime soon. So don't get it twisted, guys, right? Keep that in mind. So that's a little rundown of what's going on right now. The markets are trying to push green. What do you think? Do we end the day off green today or red? Drop me a comment. Let me know your thoughts. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're so close to that 25,000 milestone, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and let's get right into the stocks, which I think I own. Actually, I don't own any of these stocks, but we're going to be watching them very heavily for these next couple of days. Let's get into it. So the first stock here, which we've talked about on the YouTube channel plenty of times, not really recently, and by recently I mean maybe the past 1, 2, 3 weeks, but over the past couple of months, we've mentioned Amgen. You know, we've caught and called it out, plenty of times. And now is another time where I'm looking at it, I'm like, this looks pretty dang good. Amgen's up 1% on the day thus far. It's pulled back from 260 almost down to about 230, so it lost about 11%, got into a quick correction territory, right? And now it's starting to recover. And look, it's holding the bottom of this uptrending channel, and now it's fighting to break over the 180 SMA, which is right by $238, guys, which is right where we are now pretty much. So I'm going to put my alert. Mark is at or above $238. And is that an inverse head and shoulders I'm seeing as well? You bet your you know what it is, guys. Look at this. We have an inverse head and shoulders as well, forming at about 230, 235. We have the left shoulder. We have the head right here, the right shoulder right here. So listen, this right shoulder, for it to complete, for it to get that full head of steam, it's got to break out of 238, 240, which is why my alert's at 238. I might put another one at, let's say, $242, and we'll watch what it does from there. So this looks really good. Inverse head and shoulders right at the bottom of the channel. Now it's got to start breaking out above the moving average, and then I think there's going to be upside towards 245, 250, maybe even higher. So that's stock number one, ticker symbol AMGN. Stock number two is Monster, which we called out a couple of days ago. This stock is up 5% today. They just reported earnings this morning, and believe it or not, they missed on EPS. They did 55 cents versus 61 cents estimated, but they did beat on revenue, $1.52 billion in revenue for the quarter versus the $1.43 billion estimated. So nice beat on revenue as they missed on EPS. And let me see here in terms of guidance. Do we have anything on guidance? Let's see. Obviously, they're going through supply chain problems, and they're going to address that, or they did address that. So that's good. So I guess the main reason why the stock is moving up is because of that nice beat on revenue. And just like Amgen, guys, Monster, we're noticing, and in this case, it's a larger scale inverse head and shoulders, but just like Amgen, this is a inverse head and shoulders, rather, right? We have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder, and we're above both moving averages here on the 4-hour chart, which is great. And now we are on the brinks, in my opinion, of completely breaking out, especially if Monster can break $88, followed by $90 a share. So I have my alert at $88, which, mind you, that was resistance. It's been resistance for months. All of this year, pretty much, this has been a resistance point. So if we take out $88 and break into the 90s, we're not only going to be at a multi-level high, or multi-month high, but we're also going to be on our ways to completing that right shoulder, right? Anywhere from 95 to 98, $100 a share. That's where I think Monster could be going. Granted, if these markets completely collapse even more, we go into, let's say, a bear market on SPY, and SPY's only down right now, it's still a lot, 15%, but let's say SPY goes down 20%, Triple Q goes down even more, then yes, Monster's probably going to collapse. But let's say we get some sort of rally or a sideways market, even some sort of relaxation period where the VIX comes down a little bit. Monster, it could start making that move. It is completely possible in my mind. So I'm watching it for that exact reason. And let me make sure it's on my watch list. It doesn't seem like it is. Let me add it here. MNST. Perfect. So MNST is one I'm watching very closely. Stock number three, guys, the third one I'm looking at is good old Dollar Tree, ticker symbol DLTR. And this one's not, I guess you can say, as beaten down as, let's say, Amgen. Let's go back to AMGN. What's the ticker, right? Yeah, AMGN. It's not as beaten down as Amgen or Monster, but it is still technically oversold based on the RSI here. We're more towards the oversold side. And look, it's down about $13 from the recent high. In other words, down about 7.5%, 8%. It looks like we are starting to see some buying pressure around that 180 SMA. So it looks like buyers are stepping in, which is great. Now, all we have to do, in my opinion, is let me pop up this 10-day, maybe the 20-day. You guys take a look, or can you guys see this, rather? I'm mumbling and jumbling my words. Look at this. We have a downwards channel. That's what we're trading within right now. If Dollar Tree could break out of this, and mind you, it's been trading this for almost 3 weeks, since the middle towards the end of April. If Dollar Tree could break out of, let's say, $168 into the 170s, that would be a breakout play, in my opinion. We might even take the highs out at that point. It could probably go to the 180s from there. So I'm going to set an alert at $169. Mark is at or above, and we'll see what it does, guys. We'll see what it does from there. And if you look at this chart, clearly it's been uptrending for months, and if we do end up breaking 169, the uptrend will continue, simply put, and it's gonna start breaking out again, maybe towards the 180s. So that's pretty much it, guys. Amgen, Monster, Dollar Tree, those are three stocks. We talked about the markets, which now the markets, let's go back and circle around really quick for 10 seconds. SPY's up now 0.1%. Triple Q is up 0.2%. So now we're green for big tech, the NASDAQ 100, green for the S&P 500. The Dow Jones is at break even, but more towards the green side. And we have the Russell, which when we started the video, the Russell was down 0.8, 0.9%. Now the Russell is at 0.45% in the red. So it's still in the red, but it's recovered a lot. And now look at that. SPY and NASDAQ's back in the red. So these markets are just swinging back and forth, guys. So keep your eyes on this. We're going to see what happens heading into close. And look at that. We just got hit at 415 about a minute or two ago, which 415, remember earlier in this video, we called out is the double top resistance from today. 415 needs to break. So let me actually put an alert there real quick before I wrap this video up. And with that being said, boom, mark is at or above 415. We'll watch what it does. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join my Patreon if you want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. That's linked down below, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500. All you have to do is use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and on top of that, you actually have a chance at getting a free share of Twitter. Again, use that link down below. Get your free money, guys. And with that being said, cheers. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.